And so that debate will happen. But like I said, I can guarantee the debate, I can guarantee a vote, I just can't guarantee an outcome.
When can we expect?
President Trump told me yesterday that it would take Democrat votes to pass the Save America Act. Do you think the MAGA base has an unrealistic expectation of passing that legislation without Democrat support?
I think there are a lot of optimistic views about what Democrats may or may not do. We all know, because we deal with them every day, that the Democrats are not all of a sudden going to decide that this is something they want to be for. So yeah, again, I mean, I think you have a lot of optimists out there, and I appreciate that, and a lot of passion and energy behind getting an outcome here. But getting an outcome would require Democrat votes, and you know, we'll give them a chance. Like I said, they'll have that opportunity to vote one way or the other on this. But I would be very, very surprised.
Does it make it more difficult that the president keeps adding?
Why is John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader, waiting? Who is he working for? Because it doesn't feel like he's working for the American people. It doesn't seem like he's working for the President of the United States. It doesn't seem like he's working for conservatives. We all voted in 2024 because Donald Trump made some promises. Lower inflation, a secure border, wanted to lower gas prices, wanted to end all of these dudes playing in women's sports. And we voted for the Save America Act. We only wanted American citizens voting in our election. Well, fast forward about 14 months, and we are in the second year of Trump's campaign, of Trump's second presidency. And right now it seems like there are two major obstacles to any success for the American people. Number one, the progressive judges that the Democrats put in place. Chuck Schumer put about 235 in place. And number two is a do-nothing conservative Senate majority, a do-nothing Republican congressional majority. All of these people talk a good game, and they're headed to your neighborhoods because they need your money. They need your campaign cash. Well, John Thune, I think a lot of us are done with you, and we're done with your inept leadership, and we're done with you sitting on your hands and not forcing a vote, not nuking the filibuster, not allowing Trump to get all of his appointments passed through. You keep people back in the Senate just so that Trump can't do recess appointments. I think you're on your way out, John Thune. This article comes today from the Gateway Pundit, and John Thune announces he will force a vote on the Save America Act, but then he quickly pours cold water on the chances of it actually getting passed. Who's he working for, ladies and gentlemen? Leave a comment down below. This is Ben Dykes, retired from the United States Navy, and now I like to talk about what is bothering me in the United States from a veteran's perspective. I'm going to show you this other clip of John Thune, and maybe you can help me figure this out.
That the president keeps adding pieces of policy to this legislation. Would it be better if you just had a straight up or down vote on photo ID or citizenship, for instance?
We certainly want to vote on the issues that came over from the House. The president has since that time added some additional components to his request, which we will figure out a way to get votes on as well. But obviously, I think the core issue with respect to the Save America Act is ensuring that non-citizens aren't voting in American elections, that only citizens are voting in our elections, and that they have to be citizens to register to vote, and they have to be citizens to vote.
What a really compassionate response here. He's fired up, isn't he? And the other three morons around him all look constipated. Katie Britt from Alabama. I'm so sad to see that she is still a senator. She is useless. And these other clowns, what are they actually waiting on? Are they waiting for the midterms? We're in March. The midterms are a little over 7.5 months away. We're not seeing any action. This has been sitting on the Senate Majority Leader's desk, and it even pains me to say leader whenever I think of John Thune. I am fed up, John, and I've called your office probably 25 times. Sadly, I know that you will never respond, and I'm sure the voters in your state back in the Dakotas are asking the same question. Who are you working for, man? Who are you working for? And why will you just not allow it to come to the floor? This is sad. This is pitiful. Now, some people are going to say right now, the reason they don't bring it to the floor is because of the conflict in Iran, Operation Epic Fury. And everybody's freaking out about gas prices. I want to show you something here with the gas. Prices. Oil has just crashed to $77 a barrel. Over the last 24 hours, it is tanking. That means Donald Trump is doing something right. And it's something that a vast majority of the American people want. We want low gas prices. We want to remove the stranglehold that Iran has had on the world's gas supply. We want to free the people of Iran. I would have thought the Democrats would want blue-haired liberals over there as much as they do here. Iran, the regime there, hates women, hates the password people. You would think liberating either one of those groups would just warrant a maximum overdrive by the Democrat Party. But no, they're going to use this to try to limit voter ID. I don't understand it, but we're fed up. And the president of the United States is fed up.
I think the Senate has to approve it. I really do. I think, and they're going to have to go the filibuster. And maybe it's going to be the talking filibuster like the old days. The great Jimmy Stewart, right? Remember the great movie, Jimmy Stewart? But they have to get it done, because if we don't get this done, if it takes you 6 months, I'm for not approving anything.
I think Donald Trump nails it. If it's for 6 months, he shuts down the pen that he sits behind. He vetoes everything that comes across his desk until they pass the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is the single most important piece of legislation, maybe in the United States over the last 30 to 40 years, because we've reached a tipping point where people are deciding the outcomes of American elections that should not be here, number one, should never be here, number two, should have never been allowed in, and we've got to get our country back. And I support Donald Trump's efforts to not do anything until we get this legislation passed. When they say the Senate Republican leadership, it's John Thune. For some reason, Mitch McConnell is still part of this. I don't believe he knows where he is. I don't believe he is to any level of capacity of leadership. I don't believe that he is representing the people of Kentucky, where he's from. Kentucky's got a lot of problems. Rand Paul, I don't believe he would vote for this. Mitch McConnell, I don't believe he would vote for this, no matter who's telling him what. There's a lot of Senate Republicans that I don't trust, that I don't believe have America's best interest at heart. And I would love to get your idea. Number one, why are they waiting? Number two, why are they avoiding protecting American sovereignty? And one of the most precious things that we have in our republic, that is free and fair elections. Because right now, elections are not fair when you have people participating in them that shouldn't be in our country and should not be voting. And that is a damn problem. Trump has a lot of problems going on because it seems like there is this wave of contrarians that are always trying to subvert, that are always trying to distract and undermine him. And the American people are fed up. And some of the people that are undermining Trump, I would have never guessed. I thought they were real allies. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, General Michael Flynn. So here we have General Mike Flynn, Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz had to leave Congress because of some other problems. We won't talk about those here. This is a family program. But General Mike Flynn, why would he come out and say war is a failure of diplomacy?
we're engaged. I'm not necessarily for this action, to be honest with you. You really want diplomacy to succeed. And what we've always said is that war is a failure of diplomacy. And I just heard President Trump's press conference that he just had. And I caught, some of the answers to his questions about, the way he felt about how we had to go in here and do this. That's fine. I mean, they made decisions, but the point now is we're here.
Donald Trump, Secretary Marco Rubio, have done everything they can to avoid actual conflict in Iran. Sadly, many of the weapons that Iran has, they paid for with money from Biden. And we all know the pallets of cash that Barack Hussein Obama sent there. So I believe Donald Trump is actually the janitor right now. He is cleaning up previous failures from previous administrations. And nobody wants to give him credit for that. But when did the big flip occur with Mike Flynn, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Why did it happen? Why did it happen now? And why are so many other so-called conservative influencers all turning at the same time? When this many heads turn at the same time, something happened over there. Was it the sound of an ATM machine? Was it the sound of a bank vault? What was it? Donald Trump, I don't believe, is going to need boots on the ground in Iran. But for those that say that we don't need boots on the ground in Iran, which I hope it doesn't come to that, the same people will say we need to maintain boots on the ground in Korea, Germany, Japan, and the other 271 other countries that we have, I don't know, about 250,000 American soldiers and extra staff in, civilian support personnel. This has been Dykes Show. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.